My skin is horrible.
Damn. Just kidding.
So for about 5 years, I've had a troubling case of adult onset acne. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm tired of this shit. So I decided to finally do something about it. I spoke with my dermatologist and I did a lot of research on YouTube. And I think I finally formulated the perfect skincare routine. It's gonna get rid of my acne, it's gonna address my dark spots, it's gonna heal my facial scarring, and make me go from a solid 9 to a sturdy 10. What's going on, you guys? This is your friendly neighborhood therapist, John Burt, aka the Chocolate Therapist. And this video is gonna be a little different than my usual therapy content. Instead, we're changing things up today. What you're about to watch is an experiment. I'm getting rid of my old useless skincare routine.
Get that shit out of here.
I'm gonna replace it with a well-researched new routine for about 30 days. I have no clue if it's gonna work or not, but I want to take you guys along for the ride. So let this experiment begin. So let's set the stage and allow me to show you my current skincare routine. I've been using Proactive's 3-step system for about 15 years now. It's worked great for the first 10 years, but over the course of the last 5 years, my skin's been really dry, my acne has never really completely gone away, and this has caused my face to continually be riddled with huge, inflamed, pussy zits. And when they finally do go away, they leave behind these huge ass scars and dark spots. This is a huge problem because I'm a very vain person. All I have is my looks and my beauty, y'all. And it's very hard to be confident with huge scars and zits all over your face. But there's hope. This is where my new skincare routine comes in. A well-researched 6-step skincare routine based on the latest and greatest Korean skincare technology and research. Let's introduce our lineup of products. First, we start with our cleansers. So let's get something straight, y'all. This isn't some regular skincare routine. So we're not just gonna be using one cleanser, but 2. That's right, we're gonna be double fisting cleansers, baby. So look, I have acne-prone skin. Double cleansing isn't just some bullshit I pulled out of my ass. The Koreans have been doing this for years, using 2 cleansers instead of just 1. So this is a very new concept to me that I just learned about. I thought it just involved me washing my face twice. But no, there's actually some science behind this. We're not just washing our face twice. We're actually using 2 different types of cleansers, an oil-based cleanser and a water-based cleanser. So our first cleanser will be an oil cleanser. The one that I'm going with is either pronounced Byoma or Byoma. It's a milky oil cleanser. And this is gonna be the first of a 1-2 punch. This cleanser removes any oil, sweat, makeup, or sunscreen that's on your face, as well as brightens and removes impurities and strengthens your skin. This cleanser is a very good budget-friendly option at the low price of $12. Link to this product is in the description or on my Amazon storefront under skincare. Next, we're gonna follow up with our second cleanser. We're going with CetaPhil's Gentle Skin Cleanser. The logic behind this is that I wanted something that won't just cleanse my skin, but will also hydrate it as well. One of the worst feelings in the world is that tight, itchy feeling you get after you wash your face. This cleanser helps us avoid this because it contains hydrating glycerin as well as essential vitamins that are healthy for our skin. And again, this is a gentle cleanser, so it's not going to strip me of all my natural oils. The goal is to leave the skin feeling more moisturized than before I even washed it. Most importantly is the price. For all this cleanser, it's only gonna cost you $8.79. That's pre-Trump tariff. Again, link is in the description. With our next step, we're starting to get a little exotic. A vitamin C serum. Vitamin C is one of the 3 ways that we're gonna target hyperpigmentation and dark spots, along with a retinoid and sunscreen, which are steps that we'll later get into in this routine. Vitamin C is a part of our daytime routine because it acts as a natural sunscreen that helps to protect our skin from the sun's harsh UV radiation. The vitamin C serum that I chose to go with is Mad Hippie's Vitamin C Serum. It has vitamin C and E, antioxidants, hyaluronic acid, ferulic acid. Honestly, I don't know what any of this shit does, but I spoke with my dermatologist and he spoke very highly of these ingredients. But my understanding is that vitamin C hydrates your skin, it helps with wrinkles, anti-aging, helps with your skin's glow, and most importantly, it addresses those dark spots. One thing I must comment on is that this shit ain't cheap. It's on Amazon right now for $28, and that's with an 18% discount. So again, link is in the description. Next, we have exfoliation. So before doing research, I had never exfoliated a day in my life. But I learned that exfoliation is a very critical step that needs to be in everybody's skincare routine. So you exfoliate at night because exfoliation and sunlight don't mix very well. So what exfoliation does is shed off those old dead skin cells and gives you a new youthful layer of skin to work with. This is yet another different way to target those pesky dark spots and hyperpigmentation, and it supports our other steps in this routine. It was recommended that I use a chemical exfoliant instead of a harsh face scrub. Chemical exfoliants are way more gentle, while face scrubs can leave micro tears in our skin. I was recommended Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA exfoliant. This is a super popular exfoliant, and it's something that my dermatologist recommended to me, and it's gonna cost you $13. As always, link is in the description. Next, we move on to our moisturizers. Now, I told you guys from the jump that this is not some type of basic bitch skincare routine. Just like what we did with our cleansers, we're also gonna be doing with our moisturizers. So you guessed it, we're double fisting. Our first moisturizer is a little exotic. It's CosRx Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. That was a mouthful. So, what is this? In short, it's snail semen. Now, I know this is a little weird, but stay with me on this for a second. The Koreans have been using this elixir for years now, and I just want to spread the word to my fellow Americans. This is literally glass skin in a bottle. You can think of this as a moisturizing toner. Snail mucin helps to brighten, moisturize, repair our skin. It's also another step that's going to be used to help us fade those dark spots. Snail mucin helps us lock in that moisture, keep our skin hydrated throughout the day, and most importantly, we're gonna be using this product because it's gonna leave our skin looking nice, glassy, shiny, and give us that luminous finish. Now, this shit ain't cheap. It's gonna cost you about 25 bucks. But if you're on a budget, there's a small travel size version that you can also buy. So after applying the snail shit to your face, you're gonna wanna follow up with a regular moisturizer. I was recommended Byoma's Moisturizing Gel. It's lightweight and it meshes well with all the other products in our skincare routine. This moisturizer contains ceramides, and niacinamides. Again, I'm not a dermatologist, but I was told that these help to brighten your skin and has that anti-aging property that we're all looking for in our 30s. It also includes green tea, and everyone knows that green tea is great for our skin tone and texture. Lastly, and most importantly, is that it's gonna hydrate your skin. How much does this cost? This is gonna cost you $15. So we have our cleanser, our exfoliator, and our moisturizers. But there's still two very important ingredients we need to make this the ultimate skincare routine: a retinoid and a sunscreen. So if you've never heard of a retinoid, then shame on you, because it's the single most important thing you can put on your skin. It's so important that I like to call it the God cream. If you don't believe me, I'll let this dermatologist explain it for me.
I think it is as close as possible to a miracle ingredient that you'll get anywhere in the world of skincare. When it comes to retinoids, they genuinely lay a credible scientific case for helping reduce pigment unevenness, helping to minimize wrinkles, help to minimize acne breakouts, and they do all of these things to a level where it's noticed in clinical trial data and on biopsy samples from the skin. Something that does all of those things with minimal to no downside, I consider that to be something which it really is worth your time.
Beautiful. So getting the God cream can be a little tricky because you're going to need a prescription from a dermatologist to get this product in your hands. Tretinoin is the prescription strength version of this retinoid that I get from my dermatologist. But if you don't want to go through that whole process, then there's an over-the-counter weaker alternative called retinol that's available at stores. I will include the link to one called Differin gel you can buy in the description. Our last, but probably most critical step in our skincare routine is sunscreen. Sunscreen is the foundation of tackling our dark spot and hyperpigmentation problem. Without sunscreen, you will never overcome these two things. So this means that you need to be using sunscreen every single day. Now, I want to speak directly to my Black people when it comes to sunscreen. If you're anything like me, you bought into the idea that black people don't need sunscreen. This is a lie from the devil himself. A lie that I unfortunately believed for 32 years, and I turn 33 next week. Do not buy into this foolish myth, because black does in fact crack, just a lot slower than white people. If you do all this shit that's in my skincare routine, but don't put on sunscreen, then it won't work. This means that whenever you go out, get into the habit of putting sunscreen on. You'll thank me later. The sunscreen that I use is called HaruHaru Wonder. It has an SPF of 50 and it's a very solid option that won't leave your face looking all white and frosty after you put it on. So we covered all the products in our skincare routine, but let's address the elephant in the room. I can hear a lot of you guys thinking, this is a lot of shit that you're putting on your face, John. And you're right, but there's levels to this thing. We're not just putting all this shit on at one time. We have a daytime routine, we have a nighttime routine. So let's break each routine down. All right, y'all, it's time to get this experiment underway. I'll see you guys in about a week. All right, y'all. It has been a week of using these products. And for the rest of this video, I'm gonna keep it nice and simple. I'm just gonna check in with you guys for the next 3 or 4 weeks, whenever we hit a month. And I'm going to report to you guys how this experiment's going and how I'm feeling about these products. So I started this Sunday night last week, and it is now Sunday afternoon. I just used the products on my face probably like an hour or two ago. And so I gotta say, guys, I'm not a hype beast. I'm not going to put my name on something I truly don't believe. But a couple of things. You don't realize how dry and unmoisturized your skin is until you actually moisturize your skin. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like there's a sheen. It might be a placebo effect, but what I'm trying to say is like my skin feels good. It's like nice, and there's just a nice little softness to it. It feels moist, but it's not wet. You know, it's not like sweat or something like that. It just feels hydrated. I guess that's probably the best way of explaining it. These products are working exactly how I was hoping for. So, you know, I got dark spots, you know. So I don't expect it to knock these out in the first, week or so. But I wanted for this first week, I wanted to see some type of tangible, practical change in my acne. There was just acne all over. It's probably the worst my skin's looked in a while. So I just wanted these products to deal with it. So I had a lot of, I had some bumps here. I had a lot of bumps on my beard line here. A little bit here, but I had like a big ass bump. Like it was like a cyst kind of like underneath zit over here, and there's like a whitehead. I don't know which side it was, but this one is it's not completely gone, but it's been cut down. And a lot of those bumps that I had before are gone. There have been 2 new bumps right here on this side. This is like a problem area. You'll see like the scarring. You see the old battle scars of previous acne that's been defeated, but they left their mark on me. So hopefully, in a couple of weeks, months or whatever, that clears up, the scarring clears up. But the acne is starting to get managed. So I have 2 new ones right here, but all the old acne is gone. I think I have a new one right here as well. But a lot of the acne that was old from the previous week has been dealt with. I've heard that there's like a detoxing period that your skin goes through when you change products. And I don't think I've really, experienced that, at least not anything that was like, oh my God, my skin looks horrible. And this is the detoxing period. I was using Proactive. That shit's harsh, so maybe that just toughened my skin up after 15 years of using it. So using more natural, gentler products is maybe a respite for my skin, but I haven't felt any irritation or anything. A couple of things. I use a vitamin C serum and I also use a Retinoid. I've heard both of these, not even I heard. A Retinoid does take time to adjust to your skin, so it's gonna dry out and irritate your skin. You just gotta stick with it. I've been using Retinoids for years, so my skin's used to it. Also, vitamin C serum, I heard it could be irritating. It's not really irritating my skin. I love it, so no problems there. Otherwise, first week has been exactly what I was hoping for. The acne, I'm not gonna say it's gone, but it's greatly diminished. My skin's hydrated, and I'm loving this process. I'm loving this routine. A huge change, a huge improvement over Proactive. So as of right now, I highly recommend everything that I said. Thank God, a week ago it was just research, but now we're actually putting this research to the test, and I'm happy with the results. I'm not just saying that because I want you to buy into the products or whatever. I don't give a shit. I was struggling with acne, and I wanted to help myself first and foremost. But if me who has acne prone skin is gonna see an improvement, then I want to share that to some of you brothers or sisters or people out there that, we're desperate and we're looking for some type of light at the end of the tunnel. So I highly recommend this so far. First week has been a success. So I'd say it's been like a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10 would have been perfect. I wouldn't have any zits at all. So it's up there, but it's not quite perfect, but it's really, really, really good. So I'll check in with you guys next Sunday in a week, and I'll have a surprise for you guys. You won't be expecting it. What's going on, guys? It's been a while. So it's been about 3 weeks since I last checked in, and a lot has happened in between now and then. So I guess to address the elephant in the room, I'm bald now. So that's one of the many things that was going on. I was balding. Unbeknownst to you guys and I had to go through the process of accepting that baldness, and I ended up cutting my hair. I made a whole video about it, so if you want to check that out, then link is in the description somewhere or whatever, somewhere around here. Anyway, that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here to get an update on how this skincare routine is actually working. It has been about 3 weeks since my last check-in, and I know I promised to do a weekly check-in, but that just would have been belaboring the point. I did the first week, got my initial thoughts out, and now we're doing the end of this. I didn't want this to be some 30-minute video, so that's why I'm checking in about 4 weeks later. So let's talk about it. So I don't know if you guys can tell on video, but my skin has vastly improved. When I set out to establish this new skincare routine, I wanted a couple of things. I wanted to hydrate my skin. My skin always felt dry. I want to be able to control my acne and feel like I had control over my acne. And I wanted something that was gonna take care of all these dark spots that kept forming around my face from previous big cystic acne zits that would just come on a weekly basis. And a month after using these products, I feel like I've gotten all of those things. Now, you'll look at my face, and yeah, there was a battle that happened on my forehead in the last couple of weeks, and that's under control. I think there's a big zit right here. There's a little bit over here, but I will tell you guys, this is a month, all right? Give me some grace. Give me some understanding. I know my skin, or at least I think I know my skin, and this skincare routine is doing its job. I anticipated that it just wasn't going to be a perfect home run, and after a month of using these products, that my skin was gonna magically change and I was gonna get this glass skin complexion, but it's coming. And at least I feel like it's coming. And that's half of the battle. I went from a place of gambling, rolling the dice each day, of hoping that whatever I was using, Proactive in my case, was gonna work, to now feeling empowered and knowing that what I'm putting on my skin is actually working. So I'm probably gonna show you guys a couple of before and afters of various areas of my skin, how they're performing now compared to where they were at a month ago. And every single area has improved. So, forehead, there was a battle. I think I kind of talked about it earlier in the video about a detoxification period where your skin's adjusting to new products you're putting on it. And that shit happened on my forehead. There was a battle that happened. It left some scarring, but I feel like it's under control now. This right side is solid now. Like, this has been the best side of my face as far as taking care of the acne. Very few and far breakouts or new zits have formed. This used to be the worst area, this area right here, but it's been probably one of my best performing areas. Now I will say that I've had some acne right here. It's probably because that's where I shave a lot and it gets irritated a lot. But this right side, especially over here, this used to be a problem area. I remember when I started, I had a cystic zit right here, gone. Haven't felt anything there. No whiteheads that have been forming over here either. So like just overall solid. What else? Now this left side here, this has been a battle. I think I have one like obvious, very obvious zit right here and one that's kind of up here, but it's going away. This side has been a little trickier, but I feel like overall, all my problem areas, I feel like I have a grasp on and it's getting better. So as far as dark spots go, I have some old ass dark spots all over, but overall, I feel like the fresh ones from fresh acne have faded and there's been a complete stoppage, lack of a better word, of when I get a new breakout or new acne. A lot of those bumps don't leave the strong, fresh, dark spots like they used to. I guess, there's a little bit on my forehead. But outside of that, I've had some big zits form, They're gone now, but they didn't leave that trail marker that previously would be left when I had a big bump appear on my skin. So overall, things, they feel good. My skin feels healthier. My skin looks better, and it's improving on a daily basis. I'm gonna keep doing this thing. I'm gonna keep sticking to this. I think there's also other things I can be doing as well, like eating more healthy, drinking more water. I'm starting to exercise, and kind of this skincare routine and shaving my head has galvanized me to make better decisions. I've started using silk pillows that I've heard, is really antibacterial and helps not, bacteria form when you're sleeping. I've gotten a little face scrub that helps to exfoliate the skin a little better. I'm working out more, so, those gains are starting to really show up, not just in my skin, but overall health. So I don't know what the ratio is, but like 50% of your skin's health is what products you're putting on it, and 50% might be, like diet, exercise, all that other shit. So I'm trying to take a holistic approach to my skin, and it's working out. So most importantly, would I recommend this skincare routine? I'm not a dermatologist. Let's just get that out of the way. But would I recommend this skincare routine? I did not know anything about skincare routine. I just trusted Proactive to solve the problem for me. And it wasn't doing that. Now I feel like I have a system that's working for my skin, that's hydrating, that's protecting me, that's making me feel like my skin looks a lot younger, that's taking away dark spots, that's preventing acne. If I have acne, it's gonna take care of it and I can trust in it. So yes, I full-throatedly endorse this skincare routine. And look, man, if you buy it or not, I don't care, I'm happy. I feel more confident in what I'm putting on my skin. And it's worth it to me. So yeah, I fully would recommend this to someone. It's doing what I wanted it to do. And I'm seeing that, and I'm confident in it after a month. Look, I'm a cheap guy. I'm not gonna be wasting my money on some bullshit that I don't believe in, So I'm seeing the progress, and I'm trusting the progress. You see the befores, you see the afters. So you be the judge. Don't take my word for it. Just trust your instinct. And yeah, I don't think there's much else to say other than that. If you made it this far, I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I know this is a little different from my regular therapy videos, but I just wanted to document kind of a journey in my life. So with that all being said, I love you guys. Hopefully, if you have acne, your skin, this thing helps you if you want to dive into it. But otherwise, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.